Hey everyone. So I just turned on Scream and Scream is in the background. I should probably let people know that we're live now. I have I have my mask ready. Thank you to whoever liked it. I appreciate it. Let me know if you could hear me in the chat. I would really appreciate it. Hey Tony, can you hear me? I don't have my earphones on, so I actually am not sure about the sound, and I unplugged my mic. Hey, thank you so much. And it's not buffering for anyone. Hey Ryan. Yet again, I am late to the live stream, so I wasn't able to create a post saying we were live yet. So we're gonna have to do it in the beginning of the live stream if everyone could be patient with me. But I'd love to hear how everyone's doing. I have Scream on in the background, and it's the beginning with Drew Barrymore. And I love this movie so much. I used to watch this movie as a kid, like repeatedly. Like how little kids usually watch Disney movies. I was watching Scream and Halloween. I actually was afraid of some Disney movies. It freaked me out. I love the 90s phone. How are you doing? I'm glad you're here, even though you're not a fan of Scream. Are you not a fan of Scream or not a fan of horror? And you may have told me already. I get a lot of people tell me they're not a fan of horror. Hi, Miss Katie. I made it, my friend. Honestly, I've never seen Scream before. Oh, really? What kind of movies do you like? Everyone put in the chat what movies they like. Because I would love to hear it. You haven't seen Scream? It's fun. I think if you love horror movies, you'll love Scream because it does a lot of like odes to horror movies. It's very meta, like as a genre. It's meta. I would say the way that Hard Eyes is meta for rom-coms, Scream is meta for horror movies. Yeah, this movie is so meta. I told you some of my faves a couple weeks ago. Scream, Def, not one of them. I do remember. I remember a few people told me what their favorites were. And there were some I haven't seen, and I think maybe a few I did see. Also, a few weeks ago feels like an eternity ago. My perception of time is so distorted and diluted. Has anyone seen anything good recently? I went to the theaters on Valentine's Day and saw Hard Eyes, which was really a great Valentine's Day movie. And I would say I liked it in general. I went with a friend and she actually saw it again. She loves it. It's out, so you can stream it. I forgot to mention Footloose as a fave. I understand. Yeah, sometimes my memory needs to be jogged. It's hard to keep track of everything inside my brain. So I do my best. I do love Footloose. I love a lot of movies that have like a montage, and like when he's training for the dance, it's really a good part. You know, when I look back at like movies I saw a long time ago, something like Footloose, I think about like if it's such a feel good movie like in my memory, but when you sit through it, it's actually like kind of disturbing, like how they're not supposed to dance and how like strict the community is. And I think a lot of movies that are really good actually are like kind of uncomfortable to sit through because because it's like good at the end. I think like there has to be some sort of like traction in a good story of things you don't like so that there feels like a peak at like the climax of the story. I just posted finally. I've seen it, both versions with Tim Curry and Bill Skarsgård. Five Nights at Freddy's. I think you tweeted at me that I should watch Five Nights at Freddy's. Annabelle. I didn't watch Annabelle, but I watched the. I think we talked about it. The Conjuring with is the beginning. Hey, Sammy. Oh, it's so good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well too. How was your event yesterday? What was my event yesterday? I can't remember. Friday poetry circle. Um, Annabelle scares the heck out of me. You know what scares me is the idea. Like there was this line from I think The Conjuring, and it was like, it's never been alive. It's like it's haunting the doll, but it's never been alive. Something about that really freaked me out. Like it's like something about a person dying and being a ghost and like possessing something or um like haunting something seems almost natural in a way. World War Z, I've got more of them, too many to remember. I feel that. Oh, swinging and yoga. Curious, did you see my story on Instagram? Ghost possession is a very creative idea, especially in horror. Yeah, I agree. I went to a floating sound bath, and basically what that is you like sit in this hammock and probably did. You sit in a hammock. I'm gonna do a reel with like videos from it. They were so helpful with helping me get videos for it. And I'm collaborating with a yoga studio for it. It's like a hammock, and you sit in the hammock, and then you lay down, and you're kind of like in a fetal position. And they have like a sound bath, which is like singing bowls and things like that. It was so beautiful. I love to like set an intention beforehand, and I don't know, it's just such an enjoyable part of my life. I only recently started going to yoga. I was doing it online, and it was hard to stay motivated. Did you ever watch Mad God? No, if you want something genuinely unsettling, I highly recommend that. I will get out my post-it notes as I do every time and write down the suggestions. I'm actually going to put notes on that one because I have so many that maybe that will be the top of the list. Mad God, and you said it's unsettling, and I'll put that you recommended it. I thought of coming, but wasn't the right time. Oh, are you in New Jersey, Tony? Um, I'd be more comfortable watching Annabelle with someone, even with you, if I were to meet you in the future and have a friend's horror night. I have autism, if that's okay with you. I think everyone has different things that can be a challenge or a blessing in their life, and everyone's welcome. Oh, you are in New Jersey? It was really great. I would recommend it to anyone. The sound bath, the floating sound bath. I'm going to be doing like one event a month with the yoga studio. And I'm really excited about it. So Drew Barrymore's character is dying, and she takes off the mask, which I always found interesting. The popcorn burns. It's on fire. This is what I got at the Hard Ice thing. I kept it. It was so cute. Valentine's, mark yourself as single. I think it's like mark yourself as safe, like play on that. I think a lot of the times in horror movies, you never see anyone like sad that someone died. Like other than like them being fearful of losing their own life. But like I think this is a good example of like characters coming to grips with death. I'm single but not marking myself. Yeah, it's part of the movie. In the movie, it was really cool. I thought about doing a video on this. The movie Heart Eyes. It's a horror movie, and they kind of like play on the genre of rom-coms, which I think is really cool because with things like Hallmark, I think some stories just, I don't know, like it's like so stereotypical. Like it's the same story over and over again with Hallmark. And I'm sorry if anyone watches Hallmark and is offended by this, but I'm sure when you watch it, you know exactly what's going to happen. I'm the killer. Not sure what that means. How are you the killer? Are you okay? I can always rely on you for motivation and uplifting and zen. I've been fasting every Sunday for last several weeks. Oh yeah, that was my first like fast in a long time. Hello Hector, good to see you. In the movie, joke, of course. Yeah, it's interesting that a lot of you haven't seen Scream. Is there anyone here who has seen Scream? You did? Yeah. Was edited for TV, you know, good stuff was cut out. It got me thinking of us. 2 years ago, we sent off. Nice solid R rating on our way to an NC-17. Me, but nothing. PA. PA. Is it an IPA? I'm not sure what that means. Me, but nothing PA. Past part 4. Oh. The first Scream. In general, you could talk about in general. I haven't seen 5 and 6. The monkey looks pretty good. Yeah, it does. I think Stephen King came back to Twitter to promote it. Yeah, I wonder how long The Monkey is going to be in theaters, because maybe I'll plan a trip to go see it. I feel like that'd be fun. I went and saw The Monkey, and to be honest, I wasn't that impressed. Some might like it, though. That's interesting. Can you give any details that would help me decide whether or not I should go see it? I'm happy to be here, especially since I overslept last weekend. Oh, yeah, I remember that now. I haven't been to the movie theaters in years. Oh, it's a really great experience. I would recommend it to anyone who doesn't have theater anxiety. I think I saw the Barbie movie like 3 or 4 times. Haven't been since 2017. Oh, wow, that's interesting. It was at a casino. Interesting. I think I've only been to one casino in my life, and it wasn't memorable. I didn't really go in. I was just there. Dear Santa, can you describe it? I don't think I've seen it, but I also don't from like the name recall. I actually don't think I've heard of it. Dear Santa. Jack Black is in it. Is that new? Um, there's so many theories on Scream 7 about some of the characters coming back. They haven't the actors that are actually coming back, but they're not sure. Like people are trying to figure out how they're incorporating it into the storyline and if they're coming back as like apparitions or ghosts or if they're coming back to be a killer. I don't want to push you away from watching it. Just was lacking depth, and I don't know, it just wasn't that impressive. The people who went with me thought the same thing. It has mixed reviews, so you may like it. He plays Satan in it, and I think it came out last year. Oh, I forgot Henry Winkler was in this. Probably will be like Craven's New Nightmare. I didn't get to see Craven's New Nightmare. It's not on streaming platforms right now, or at least it wasn't 2 weeks ago when we tried to do it. Maybe it was longer than 2 weeks ago. Don't quote me on it. Remember, your principal loves you, and I want you to be safe. All students are encouraged to return to their homes promptly from school grounds. Here's the mask. It's actually warm in here, so I don't think I'll be wearing it. You've never seen it. Which one? Dear Santa? New Nightmare. I can't remember if I have seen it before. Because a lot of them I watched a long time ago, but I think that one was in the last 10 years. So I think I would remember if I've seen it. And I don't remember. Have you heard of the movie called Locked? That's coming out next Friday. Looks good. Is that a horror movie? Came out on my birthday. Of what year? Or like your day of birth or your like anniversary birthday? What are you saying? I killed it? It would certainly improve your high school skills. Still, it was a great okay? Yeah, it was. Is that before or after? He's sliced and diced. Yeah, I love the character of Randy because I feel like he takes on the character of the Sage, and we've talked about this on other live streams, like in Warriors, how Nancy takes on the Sage role in Dream Warriors, And I find that so interesting when there's a stage character in horror, like Loomis in Halloween. Birth date minus the year. I've been doing meditation as well, and I need to do more yoga as well. I plan on getting myself back into shape this year. That's good. There's this saying I heard a long time ago. It's easier to stay in shape than it is to get in shape. And just a reminder that like it takes maintenance, and it's hard when you first do it, but then it becomes easier. Um, More dough. Hi, I was on a live stream a couple of weeks ago. Good to see you. Welcome back. Yeah, I really love meditation. It's a great joy of mine. I love movies that are like the classics, but I also love something about like meta movies. And I feel like they both have a place. What's this live stream about? We're watching Scream and discussing Scream, but a lot of people haven't seen Scream. So we're talking about anything that comes up. What is the picture on your wall? It is Albert Einstein, and it says "Love is the answer." From it's a quote, his quote from I think he wrote maybe to like his niece or daughter or granddaughter a letter. And if you haven't read that letter, I would recommend you read it. And in it, he says, "Love is the answer," which is so beautiful. And it holds special significance for me because I have this manuscript that's all about love, and I talk about that picture in it and that letter. Only a year ago, Maureen Prescott, wife and mother, was found raped and murdered not far from this peaceful town square. Don't mind me just having some seltzer. I feel like, in my opinion, all Scream movies come out the same with a certain agenda. I feel like I'd love to hear you say more on that. And also, I feel like that is something they're specifically going for. Like, they want the audience to know what to expect. We have an Albert Einstein picture as well in our living room. I live with my parents. Curious, is it the one from Bed Bath & Beyond? It's like blue and it has like equations on it. Have you read all of the books in your bookcase? Most of them. And I have more books and I've read most of them. What's disturbing is how many times I've read them. Yeah, some of the books have like notes in the margins. They have the pages like curled over for like my favorite ones. And they have like a bunch of notes of things I was thinking about when I was reading, or sometimes just things that I want to put in there to keep them. Why'd you choose yellow nail polish? Interesting. No one ever mentions my nail polish ever. And so many people have mentioned this yellow nail polish. I do not know if I like it. I do not know if I hate it. I just find it interesting that so many people have commented on it. I get a lot of my books and stuff from Half Price Books and Barnes and Noble. That's good. It's really good to shop for the deals.
No, it's just for the point. I don't understand. Some stupid killer's copying some big-breasted girl you can't. Who's always running up the stairs and she should be going out the front door. It's insulting. Are you alone in the house? Hey, that's so unoriginal.
Where did you get your china? What are you talking about?
So, who are you? The question isn't who am I? The question is...
Looks good on you. I'm trying to ask interesting questions. Yeah, this live stream has been very interesting. This has been probably the most interesting one. Oh, that's what it's called? I don't know. It was here. It was here when I moved in. I'm looking forward to the interesting questions. Something I do really enjoy about like differences in horror movies is something like sometimes you have a main character that the villain has more than one confrontation with, and then sometimes it's like at the end the main character like doesn't have necessarily multiple confrontations. Like I'm thinking like the difference between Scream and the original Scream and the original Halloween, how it's just like the end. It's actually a costume. So this is the Ghostface costume.
What am I doing? Huh? What am I doing?
I feel like I've missed something. Hey, first live. Haven't seen Scream in a long time, but I loved the reveal at the end. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, I love that. Hi, Steven. Welcome. Welcome to your first live. Your outfit looks like a cutout from the horror movie The Nun. Interesting. What do you mean by a cutout? Should have known that. Should have known that this is a costume. It has this ghost face. Oh, actually, Ghostface is just on the screen. There's something so interesting about wearing I don't know why I always wear the costume of like the killer. But there's something so interesting about wearing the costume of the villain and watching it. I don't know why it feels like so intimate. This is my first live stream on here as well. Welcome. Like it looks the same as the Nun. That's interesting because I think I've seen pictures of that and it has it looks different in my mind, but I think I might be thinking of a movie that has a nun in it but not the movie The Nun. Let me just turn this down because I can't hear my own thoughts. It's a weird thing to say. Yes, especially since you posted the pic of me in this. One year I got the glow in the dark Ghostface. Ooh, that is so fun. There have been so many iterations of Ghostface costumes. My favorite, it was like this, and it had like a tube coming out of it, and you could pump the tube and blood would like spill down the front of it. That was my favorite iteration of Ghostface. I actually have another mask of Ghostface, and it's not like the full back and stuff. This one is a lot better. But it actually looks like it looks a lot like the one in the first film. Never seen The Nun. You know, I love The Exorcist and The Exorcism of Emily Rose, but a lot of like religious stuff isn't that interesting to me. I had the cheap $3 one, had one of those as well, but it wasn't Ghostface. That's interesting.
Yes, doofus. Let's get you out of here. It'll be okay. You won't believe it.
Don't mind me having some seltzer. I love The Exorcist on Fox 28, but it got canceled a few years ago. You know, I haven't seen it.
What happened to her? None of your damn business. I heard something about a costume. Is that true? Can you tell me anything? Yeah, you're a real pain in the ass. Leave me alone. What you want?
White Mask with blood wasn't Ghostface.
I know that you're about 50 pounds overweight, but when I say hurry, please interpret that as
I'm a big fan of like iconic villains.
to find it.
You sure it was a Hilton?
The one I had, yeah. I kind of got that when he first said it.
He's not registered there. Could he have stayed somewhere else?
I don't know. Guess.
Don't worry, see? We'll find
With the day I had today, I could really use a seltzer, but usually stick to water and chai tea. Sorry you had a rough day. I hope you do have some water and chai tea. That's great too.
What are you doing?
The Exorcist to me is a comedy. Really? That's interesting.
I didn't make those calls, I swear.
Why don't you check the phone bill for Christ's sake? Call Vital Phone Comp. They got the records of everything under dial.
I saw Jenny McCarthy tweeting about being in Scream, but I thought it was Scary Movie. She was in Scream 3. Turns out she was in Scream 3. Oh, yeah. Iconic villains in just horror movies or just like all villains in general. Interesting. I am not a big action film person. So horror is what I mostly watch, and I'm not sure if there's another genre that has a villain. Actually, so like like in rom-coms, I don't always feel like the person they're originally with is a bad person. And I also feel like because there's kind of like this like storyline where it's like the main character who's a woman is with this character that is like an egotistical big city guy, and then like there's this like country farm ex-boyfriend, and they like go date the country farm ex-boyfriend, and like they cheat on them with it, and it's like I hate that about rom-coms. A lot of rom-coms are very toxic relationships, and they do toxic things, and there's a lot of betrayal, and people romanticize it, and it disturbs me. So I'm a big fan of horror movies where actually a lot of these things, if someone does something that is outrageous, they usually don't make it to the end. Funny but boring movie. Are you talking about The Exorcist?
What about that cellular phone bill?
Been depressed for a few years. My friend Robert has type B cell
20 years ago.
lymphoma, brain tumor, colon cancer, and diabetes. My ex-girlfriend told me about it. I'm sorry. I
God damn it, Dewey.
wish them the best, and I wish you the best during your process of supporting your friends.
Now, okay?
There's only one Disney villain that made me wheeze my pants for 5 to 6 months.
Let's get back to work.
I'm curious, would you say who it is, or is it like they should not be named? Yes, Donnie Trejo has it in his contract that his villain roles always die in the end. You know, I recently saw that, but I was 12, although it still haunts me. Can you tell us which villain? I was afraid of the stepmom in Cinderella.
Well, it'll be out later this year. I'll look for it. I'll send you a copy.
I wasn't a big fan of like Disney movies when I was a kid.
God, I love it. I'll send you a copy. Bam! Bitch went down. I'll send you a copy. Bam! Sid. Super bitch. You are so cool.
Thought you might want some ice for that right hook.
Thanks.
I'll be right next door, trying to get some sleep.
Yeah.
If you don't feel comfortable telling us who the villain was, you don't have to.
Who's there, Jason?
Return to Oz from Disney is pretty frightening. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh, honey. Look at who's there. My dad? No. So, take a message. No. Okay. How's she doing?
Although it's pretty new, my 3 most scary Disney show and movie villains are Maleficent, Jared. What's Jared from? And Bill Cipher. Nightmare Feud. I don't think I know some of the newer ones. Oh, sorry if I said move dough. I think it's more dough. I saw the 90s remake of When a Stranger Calls, and it messed me up for a while. You know, every time I go for a run, I think about the remake of When a Stranger Calls, and I don't know why it like had this subplot of her running track, but I like thought about like there's this quote in it, and it's like her track coach like telling her to like look forward to run and like look at where you're going to get there and not at what's in front of you or something. I think about it all the time. I like think about it like visually when I run. It's distracting. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. I'm glad we're friends. I'm glad you're my friend. I'm thankful for that. Oh, thanks. That's really sweet. Jared from Beauty and the Beast. Who is that? I've seen the original Beauty and the Beast. And I think I saw the one with Vanessa Hudgens. I don't think I saw the one with I don't know, I can't remember her name. The live action one. Hopefully my friend gets feeling better soon, and if anything happens, I'll do my best to let you know. I'm not giving up. Yeah, that's really good. Emma Watson, yeah.
Stop right there. I'm not here to fight. I just need to talk. Kenny, camera now. You can represent the camera. Please. You owe me. I owe you shit. You owe my mother. Your mother's murder was last year's hottest court case. Somebody was going to write a book about it. Right, and it had to do with all your lies and bullshit theories. What is your problem? You got what you wanted. Cotton Weary's in jail. They're going to gas him.
Do you know about the Eye of Providence? Please tell me about it.
During the trial, he did all his stories about me, called me a liar. I think he falsely identified him, yes. And you talked to Cotton many times. And has his story changed? Not one word. He admits to having sex with your mother, but that's all. He's lying. She never would have touched him. He raped her.
What color is your wall? I would choose this color, and it's actually pink. And people used to joke about how I used to match my walls.
The same someone who planted it in Cotton's car, framing him.
You can Google it or ask Surrey.
Cotton murdered my mother.
I'll have to do that later.
You're not so sure anymore, are you? Nice. Well.
If you want to Google it and put it in the chat, feel free. Or if someone wants to Google it and put it in the chat.
Sorry. Sydney, don't go.
As long as it's not offensive.
Jesus Christ. An innocent man on death row. A killer still on the loose. Kenny, tell me I'm drinking. No.
This is huge. Can't you see it?
I know.
I have somewhat of a good voice and can sing, but I overcame that fear at night to shine last month. Not sure what that means. What do you think of revenge thrillers? I watched the I Spit on Your Grave trilogy a couple years ago, and I don't think I've been the same since. That's interesting. I'm not a big fan of revenge.
Why are they doing this?
Jimmy, look at this place. It's like Christmas.
The Eye of Province is the eye on the dollar bill 2.2. I once had a 4-color walled room.
No, I don't.
Yellow, pink, blue, and orange.
Someone tried to
I
kill me.
know.
Interesting. What was your thought process of that?
I know.
It's the all-seeing eye of God.
See? Could have been me. I was in jail. Remember?
Sorry, I misunderstand.
Understand what? My girlfriend would rather accuse me of being a psychopathic killer than touch me.
You know that's not true.
And what is it?
What is it? Billy, I was attacked and nearly filleted last night.
Us. And I haven't been the same since.
Orange had all horror posters on it. That's fun.
Is your brain thinking my mom was killed? I can't believe you're bringing this up.
No, it's been a year.
Tomorrow. 1 year tomorrow.
Well, I think it's time you got over that. I mean, when my mom left my dad, I accepted it. It's the way it is.
How
I'm not
fun.
coming back.
Your parents split up. This is not the same thing. Your mom left town. She's not lying at a coffin.
Yellow had mostly Star Wars posters.
It's just that I want my girlfriend back. Say it.
I'm sorry if my traumatized life is an inconvenience to you and your perfect existence.
Why? Nobody said that. Say it.
It's interesting how her boyfriend gaslights her,
You're retired.
and he's actually the killer.
My generation disgusts me. So, 2 of your fellow students just savagely murdered, and this is the way that you show your compassion and sensitivity, huh? This is. You're both expelled, yeah. Come on, Mr. Henry. It was just a joke. That's not fair.
Thanks for the hearts. I don't know who's sending hearts. I just yawned. I'm sorry for yawning. I would have Red Bull. I do have Red Bull here, but I had the worst anxiety from having Red Bull. I know I had 2 last time, so maybe that could contribute to why it was such bad anxiety. But yeah, I just get like this kind of like agitation, not like it's not like I'm visibly like conflicting with people, but it's like internal, like it's internal turmoil. Also, I'm not sure if you know anything about this, but my cousin is an atheist, and she's been saying she's had spiritual awakenings, seeing things no humans are meant to or can see outside of space-time, etc. Interesting. Is that what was the catalyst to those experiences? I didn't sleep at all last night. I feel like you should probably sleep right now, because sleep is so healthy for you, and I want you to make choices that are healthy for you. My fright night, Gremlins and Poltergeist posters looked amazing on my blue wall. Yeah. I can't stay but wanted to say hi. Hi, Mars. Did Jamie Kennedy, the film nerd and Scream, do or say something controversial? I haven't seen him for a while, but saw him on a podcast recently. I think it was Inside of You podcast. I didn't see that. I haven't heard any news about him coming back to Scream 7, but I would love if someone Googled that. And she keeps saying she sees a random man named Jamie in her nightmares. I would recommend, if it's helpful, if she talks to someone. Good to hear. I'll wait until this stream is over to sleep. Yeah, if you get tired, just sleep. Jamie Kennedy was awesome in Son of the Mask. I don't think I've seen that one. He has his own podcast. He's just not really that famous. Tony, who's he? Sometimes it's like so weird, like wearing this and watching something happen on the screen. It's strange.
17-year-old Casey Becker and her boyfriend Stephen Orr have already lost their lives.
Jamie Kennedy. Oh yeah. I watched, I think it was like a show. He had a reality TV show. That was like probably 10, 15 years ago. Probably longer, 20 years ago. What I did like about Scream is it feels it could be real. Yeah, I kind of like that about that too. It's no supernatural element. It feels like it could really happen. Yeah. Also out of pocket and non-horror, but still scary. Have you ever heard of the Disney show Gravity Falls? I know people that really love Gravity Falls, so I've heard really good things about it. Yeah, he did pranks. I think I watched it. I'm already baptized, but have it done in September. But had it done in September 2019. I've seen Gravity Falls. I've heard it's good. I feel like people really like it. I think I was doing a trivia game and someone was like really into the Gravity Falls trivia. I can't remember the context of why I was doing Gravity Falls trivia. Katie sees Ghostface kill while she's dressed as Ghostface and wonders, wait, did I do that? It's like weird. It's like a weird empathy. Like I have a weird empathy. Like I noticed it when I was watching Nightmare on Elm Street and I was dressed as Freddy, and I was like, I can't really hate him. Not that I ever hated him because he's so likable, but I felt like oddly connected to him. Can you put the mask on for a minute? Of course. Let's see if I can still read. It looks awesome on you. Thank you. It's hard to read, so I might take it off. Since you heard of Gravity Falls, what do you know about it? We did like a trivia game of Gravity Falls, and I didn't really know the context of any of it. But I don't really remember. I have like a visual of some of the characters, like maybe like looking it up. But there's no context to it. There's a killer in my house. You're welcome. Every time I do breath work, like every once in a while, I'll just like take a deep breath out of nowhere and I'll be like, why am I taking a deep breath? There were definitely some people in my social circle who had similar traits to Billy and Matthew Lillard. That is scary. That's interesting. I think it's a principle. It's the death scene of Henry Winkler. I think I've seen the Scream movies probably more than any horror movie. I like Matthew Lillard. Zoinks? What is that? Scooby-Doo. Oh, yeah, that was I watched that movie. It was good. If I tweet you, do you recognize me? You followed me back.
Maybe what's happening here. Maybe that is why I'm telling business. Maybe.
I'm not sure. I think I do. I think if I am remembering correctly, it's the same name that you have for here on YouTube as Twitter. Well, the whole point of it, the show, is it has two kids, Dipper, Mabel, go to live with their great uncle. Go to live with their great uncle. Sorry. I read live too many times. Then a larger kid summons a triangular demon named Bill Cipher. Oh, someone said they were afraid of Bill Cipher. Was that you, Mordo? It makes deals and gets its physical form. Wow. What network is it on? I'm surprised that is a kids show. Really warps. Yep. Tony, that yep, is that to Mordo, or is that Disney? Wow. That's bizarre. Wow, that's really bizarre.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, your Twitter name is the same. Yeah, I guess I do recognize you. Sometimes when people are on lives, I don't always remember what we talk about. Like you said, you've told me some of your favorite movies before. Like I don't always remember who said what on things because it comes in so fast. Like a lot of it, I don't know why, but it's like most of the time, like it's never just one, it's like a whole bunch at a time. My Twitter's the same as my YouTube channel. I'm curious, is anyone here a content creator? The bill is nightmare fuel. Full. His powers go as listed reality warpers, time destroy, matter warp, burn his home dimension, and can destroy multiverses. This is so interesting. I'm going to have to look this up after this live stream. Or possibly if the chat dies down, I'll Google it on my phone. But I get so distracted on my phone and I don't want to not pay attention to the chat. It's totally understandable to not remember. And yes, I am. Yeah, it's hard sometimes when people have different names because they'll be like, oh, I was on your live, and I won't like remember the name, but also it's hard to remember who said what. I make train videos and fishing videos, food reviews, other stuff, and I have enough to do live streams. How fun. I produce and present radio show. Does that count as content creator? Kind of. The reason I say kind of is because I meant like people producing content on social. But obviously it's a content creator, like by definition. I'd love to do content, but no skills, money, and nobody cares what I do or post. I think it takes a while for people to care and to find your people. And I make edits and animations. Ooh, tell me about your animations. It's okay. I have difficulty remembering stuff as well. Mordo on YouTube. Oh, that's so interesting. I can check out your channel sometime, Tony.
I shudder to think.
I see you as a young Meg Ryan myself.
Thanks to you with my luck against Grace Valley.
And I'm just gonna be a few minutes. Girls, don't go too far.
Don't think I'll ever find my people. Oh no. On my personal YouTube channel, I had Carrie Van Kirk come on my podcast probably like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe even 4 years ago now. And her episode was about finding your people online. And she said a lot of beautiful things about it. No, my channel is called DoDuck13. I also game on my channel. How fun. Are you on Twitch too or just YouTube? I've sat on my sleeve and it's underneath me. Don't. Oh, nothing really on there but 2 silly horror commentary videos I did. This channel was built on silly horror commentary videos. In Freddy's voice. What did I miss in Freddy's voice? Don't. Oh, nothing really on there but in Freddy's voice. In Freddy Krueger, Discord, and Twitch, also TikTok and Insta. Oh, that's awesome. I'm curious about your interest in like, I don't know if it's offensive if I say conspiracy theories. I'm sorry if it's offensive. You can tell me a better word for it. I sub to your channel, Tony. Yeah, only Freddy that matters. I'm curious, what are some movies people like outside of horror? And if you told me already, please don't mind me asking again. Are there too many Scream movies? I saw Dermot Mulroney in the last one, and it was obvious to me he was playing a bigger role than that was laid out in front of us. LOL, well, thanks. I appreciate it. Where can I reach you if I want to private chat? Instagram DMs. Super Mario Brothers movie. Oh, I saw that in theaters. I love that one. This is my phone case. It's a Game Boy. And actually, when I charge it, you can play Super Mario Brothers on here. There's like a ton of games. Let me turn that over so it's not distracting. Yeah, feel free to share some. So it's the time in the movie where they just started to go to the party. I don't know if I've talked about this on the live stream, but I've told people. I saw that. I love that phone case. Thank you. I used to play Barbies with my siblings, and we modeled it after the Scream movies. And all of like the heroes were like NSYNC characters. Deadpool and does that say Wolverine? It looks like a V. Wolverine or the Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I was so obsessed with horror movies as a child. Actually, when I started this channel, people were really surprised because I'm so serious all the time. That people and like also like very uplifting that people didn't know I was like a horror fan, like a obsessed horror fan.
She's not set of lines like that. She should be.
I've seen that movie Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I love it. I have been distracted by the movie. I find this part of the movie so exciting. Yeah, I love the character Randy. I love the idea of having a sage character in horror films. I love that. Last film you saw in theater was last film you saw in theaters was Captain America Brave New World. I think I missed one. I'd send you a super chat, but doesn't seem you can do that yet. Yeah, I don't think I can. I'm only at 800, like the 800 mark. I don't know why I tried to represent that physically. My brother is actually the inventor of skinny hoops for the pool. What's that? And also Captain America is it, am I correct in saying that came out a long time ago? Or is that new? Other than being a Brave New World. The nose kind of looks like a heart. You know how there are hoops for pools, like basketball hoops? He made them thus but tighter. Justice League in 2017 was my last. Do we have a lot of superhero fans? FMR. I don't know what that means.
No, Mr. Ghostface.
If I do any live streams on my YouTube channel this year, Katie, you're welcome to join anytime. Oh, thank you. It's the latest one released about a month ago here in Europe. Oh. Yeah, so I would say the characters, like the villains, seem more likable and like they're on my team when I'm wearing the costume. Which like sociologically would be like in group status, which is funny because I didn't think that I was like that. I don't know. I just thought I didn't think I was so susceptible to psychology. I think her name is Tatum, but she's kind of like, I don't think she's very likable. As a character. I forgot Rose McGowan. Yeah, Rose McGowan was in Scream till you mentioned the party scene is on. Yeah, actually it was just her kill scene, and it's like I don't think people are mourning that. Maybe the characters, but I do, but they're pretty played out for me now. So I stick to the ones already out for years. Did you like the Deadpool and Wolverine? Was that you that said you liked that? Also, I'm not sure. I assumed that Deadpool was a superhero. Maybe he's not. Also, no to all the live stream, but all my animations on my channel are GF animations. I have no idea what GF animations are. It was okay. Are you able to subscribe after the stream ends? I'm not sure what you mean outdoors. Or Austin Miller. Not a fan of different Wolverine that we got. Of a different Wolverine that we got. Huh. I didn't see it. I've seen clips from it. Why do you have a pen in your hand? Because every once in a while someone will mention a movie or something that I should look up, and I put it on my post-it notes. You can see they're really stacking. And I write it down. So I had the pen from that. And also this is my desk. So I have a bunch of pens. She's going to try something. I am not trying anything. Fry something. Pan. Did it say pan? Oh, you guys, sorry. I could have had better delivery on your jokes, reading your jokes. Something that's interesting in this movie is that they bring up a lot of other horror movies, and I love that. I love that so much. GF means Gravity Falls. Oh, curious. How do you do the animations? Is it like you're drawing them, or is it like you clip scenes from Gravity Falls, or do you do generative AI? Just means my jokes I used to be funny, but somehow lost that ability. I used to be so funny because I used humor as a coping mechanism. And my entire life I felt like a clown. Um, and then I was like, I need to actually love my life and not just turn it into a joke. And I turned my life around, and then I got really serious, and then I found a middle ground years later. I think there's a part of life where you have to just keep reinventing yourself and having rebirths from different seasons. Drawing from it, that is incredible. I used to be paper. It used to be paper, but then I started using animating apps like Flip, a Clip, or and a Cola. I think all of that is just so cool. The scariest part of Scream is when they play Halloween. And I am terrified of the movie Halloween.
I want to see Jamie eat breast. When do we see Jamie eat breast? Breast? Not until Trading Places 83. Jamie Lee was always a virgin in horror movies. She never showed the tits, but she had the chits.
Could afford a decent pair.
Well, she should. That's why she always outsmarted the killer in the big chase scene. Only virgins can do that.
This is when Randy is giving the horror movie rules, which is like what I lived by. I used to like create horror movie scenes with my friends, and we would like reenact them every time we hung out. And I also used to like play Barbies, where it was like horror movie Barbies where people would die and we would try to like find the killer. What's your biggest fear? Probably Michael Myers. I was really into horror movies. When the film becomes obnoxious, I think it is perfect. It's perfect in my mind.
See, you push the wall and you end up dead. Okay, I'll see you in the kitchen with a knife. Only virgins can outsmart the killer in the big chase. Don't you know the rules? You don't know. There are circles that run on the 5 The sheriff just radioed. Somebody reported a car in the bushes down the road.
Have you seen Stranger Things? I've seen, I think it was like season 1 and maybe season 4. Only in the mind. I think Stranger Things is really well done by the Duffer Brothers. I thought it was the cutest thing ever. I watched their master class, and they go into a Google Doc together, both of them. They're twins. Maybe they're not twins. No, they are twins, I think. And one will be writing in the Google Doc, and then the other one will be writing in the Google Doc, and they'll be writing at the same time. And it's so adorable. And that is like my dream, to like be writing in the same Google Doc as someone. I really wanted a twin to do that, but I don't have a twin. Oh, hey, look, the killer falls on his face again. Not sure what you mean.
Look, here comes the obligatory chip shot. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, my God. You are so...
If you think Michael Myers is scary, look at Gravity Falls, Bill Cipher for animation. Fan animation. Ghostface is always falling down. I love it. I think there's something incredibly interesting about villains being clumsy.
found Principal Hamley dead. He was gutted and hung from the goalpost on the football field. Let's go over the play right now. Hey. Hey. You whore. What is that? Come on. Let's go. What was you scared of the police for?
Did you see the link to my YouTube channel? Are you talking to me? Because they're regular. Yeah, I don't think killers have to be anything other than human. I think it's interesting, but it's also interesting when killers are human. I think it says a lot about human nature because people really do kill in real life. And I think it's an interesting way to do commentary about a real life problem.
I don't think you're that bad.
I think that just gives you kind of a...
You sure are coming fast. Slow down.
I was talking to you. I don't open any links while I am on the live stream because I don't want to have it buffer.
I'm sorry. I'm not doing it.
Is that what you're looking for?
I don't know.
But if you want me to check out your channel, go comment on one of my videos and I'll get a notification and I'll have a link to your channel later on.
You okay?
Yeah. Yeah, fine. Who'd you call?
What?
I'm again a triangle with one eye, a top hat, a bow tie, yellow, black arms, black legs, no mouth, but still can talk, a distort and take over your dreams, erasing, haunting your mind and your dreams. Is that the character Cypher from Gravity Falls? But overall, I'm fine with that too. Okay. I've always found it odd. People read the comments out loud. So why do you do it, Katie? Because when people watch this and I get views after I post it, so I do the live stream and there's a chat and it's the live chat. So I read them out loud because when I post it as a video after I do the live stream and people go back and watch it and they can search for it, they won't see the live chat. So I'll read it out loud so that they know what I'm talking about, because it's not helpful for someone to just talk about something random and not know the context of it, even though people putting things in the chat is in itself random. My notifications are always on. Yes, he's yellow, black arms, demon eye. You know, I feel like I might have seen him. I'm not being a jerk. I just don't know what makes total sense. So thank you. Yeah, and also it's important to remember that I have to read it myself anyway. So reading it out loud it just makes it easier. Also, sometimes people join the live stream and they'll like do their laundry and they'll just listen in and they won't actually watch it. I've had people message me and say that they've done that before, multiple people, multiple times. I've been having trouble with buffering and I have to restart my phone or my TV. It's frustrating sometimes. Is this buffering? Am I buffering for anyone else? You're always spot on. Also, he's tiered. Is that the word? I'm not familiar with it. As a god, demon, the devil, but more powerful, basically. That's interesting. Good here. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. You're good. Stream is working. Thank you. Super fast stream. That's fun. That was fun to read. Oh, another scene from Halloween. Scares the crap out of me. But I have to watch it. Too fast. Oh no, I'm stuck. Let me out. I'm just kidding.
Behind you. Behind you. Can you turn around? Oh,
I know. I guess I'm feeling too silly. I had an extra cup of coffee. I couldn't do the Red Bull. I get too agitated. I'll send you the link to my YouTube channel on your latest video or on Twitter after the stream. Yeah, I'll let you know that you don't have to send me a link because all I have to do is click on your channel. If you leave a comment, there's directly a link to your channel. So you actually don't have to send the link because if you comment, it'll lead me to your channel. My first times seeing Halloween were when going trick-or-treating, and we'd go to my mom's friend's house and it was always on TV, so it never scared me. Oh, that's interesting. Do you have kids? Because I do. Yikes. LOL. What does that mean? I love kids. Kids are amazing. Kids are really great. Kids are a blessing on this earth.
Watch you jumping in. Call the sheriff back up.
Be careful.
Neil?
Do you want kids? That's interesting. So, I actually didn't do it this weekend. I usually do a weekend Ask Me Anything. And last time, I don't know if this was you, Tony, someone asked me if I wanted to have kids. And I love children so much, but I think having children, I would want to be in a stable relationship and have a partner. And I don't really feel very much determined to have kids or to not have kids. I think the decision would be made with my partner. And I wouldn't have kids if I don't have a long-term partner who also wanted to have kids. Wasn't me. I don't have kids. LOL, my sis does. I'll send you a message about my channel later tonight. Yeah, I'll just look at comment and follow you from there. Interesting places to turn to. I don't want kids, but if my life went differently, I would. Not sure what that means. Okay, sounds good. My notifications are always on. Yeah, I no need to take any action. I would just follow you. Since the chat is lower down, can you check on your phone to look up Gravity Falls? Yes, I can. I will not be distracted by my notifications, and I will go straight to Gravity Falls if my life turned out differently. Gravity Falls follows twins Dipper and Mabel Pines as they spend the summer with their great uncle Stan in the mysterious town of Gravity Falls, Oregon, where they uncover supernatural secrets and paranormal phenomena. The premise: Dipper and Mabel, sent to Gravity Falls for the summer, find themselves working at their great uncle Stan's tourist trap, the Mystery Shack, which is a front for various scams. The mystery: Dipper discovers a mysterious journal in the woods, which chronicles the strange happenings and supernatural creatures that inhabit Gravity Falls. The adventures. As the twins. Oh, I moved it. 1 second, have to get it back up. As the twins delve into the town's secrets, they encounter gnomes, ghosts, monsters, and other paranormal entities, all while trying to navigate the highs and lows of summer, growing up, and battling both supernatural and emotional challenges. I see the chat is moving fast, so I just don't want to miss it. I noticed a couple of days ago on your Instagram your Nintendo phone case and thought it was cool. Thank you. The Secrets. This series explores the secrets of Gravity Falls, the Mystery Shack, and the true nature of Dipper and Mabel's great uncle Stan. The true nature. Ooh. The characters. The show features a cast of eccentric characters, including Sue Swendy and I don't know if I can't say it, enigmatic demon Bill Cipher. The story. The series follows the twins as they unravel the mysteries of Gravity Falls, battling supernatural forces and uncovering the truth behind the town's strange happenings. I'm going to look up pictures. I'm looking at Bill Cipher. Been hearing static since you started using your phone. I'll turn it off. It could just be my mic is picking up my phone. Or it could be that my computer is overheating because I could hear my computer. The triangle. The triangle. Yeah, Bill Cipher is a triangle. I don't have kids either. I'm not going to read that part.
Same stuff they use for pigs blood and carry.
Making friends is so important in life, and a relationship should be secondary. And once you're in a relationship, it should be important to you, but you shouldn't lose your life. Just letting you know, I wasn't telling you to put your phone down. I mean, it's good to know. And I did what I was going to do on it, so I probably shouldn't stay distracted. Bye. Well, I got to eat. Oh, have a good dinner. Pizza. Have a good pizza. Yeah, you know, you don't have to share so much. You don't have to overshare.
How easy he was to frame. Watch a few movies, take a few notes. It was fun.
A lot of these lines I used to quote all the time. Yeah, we're good. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's true. I think she wants a motive. I don't really believe in motive, Sid. I mean, did memory base have a motive? No. Did they ever really decide why Hannibal Lecter liked to eat people? Don't think so. Seems a lot scarier when there's no motive, Sid. You did your mom a favor, Sid. That woman was a slutbag whore who flashed her shit all over town like she's Sharon Stone or something. Yeah, we put out of a misery, because let's face it, Sid, your mother was no Sharon Stone.
A lot of people think Matthew Lillard is going to come back as a killer and have it be revealed that he never died, which is so interesting. There's a bunch of like conspiracy theories about it online, and it's a fun rabbit hole to go into.
How's that for motive? Total abandonment causes serious deviant behavior. So he fucked you up and made you have sex with a psychopath. That's right. You gave it up. Now you're no longer a virgin. That virgin. Now you gotta die. Those are the rules. Pretend it's on a scary movie, say. Do you think it's gonna be?
Sorry, I zoned out. I am watching the movie because it's now the part where they confess to the murders, and it's so dramatic.
After midnight. It's your mom's anniversary. Congratulations. We killed her exactly 1 year ago today. Oh! What do we have behind door number 3, Sydney?
I'm not following everything that's happening in the chat. Are you saying that it's loud?
We were left for dead.
I love this part of the movie, so I'm just watching it. We've all been hurt, but never give up.
My turn.
I think it's important to not give up, especially on relationships, but I think it's also important to spend time healing.
Give me the knife. Now! You see, Sid, everybody dies. But us, everybody dies. But us, we can carry on and plan the sequel. Let's face it, baby, you bang. You gotta have a sequel. Ah! Ah! Now, Sid, don't you blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
I just keep on going because I can't be hurt now. No reason to apologize. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with this conversation and watch the movie too.
You see, no problem here. What? Right there, right? Fuck is it?
I think when it comes to relationships, you always have to persevere. I went through a hard breakup in 2023, and I asked my coach, Tom Bilyeu, what I should do because I was so heartbroken and I felt like I couldn't go on because I was so heartbroken and devastated. And he basically said to me that you have to focus on valuing yourself as someone who gets back up when they fall down rather than someone who never falls down. Oh, I love everyone following each other. Have fun. We are almost at 900 subscribers, and I'm happy about that. Thank you, Ryan. Well said words. Yeah, it was advice someone gave me. We were never not good. Just said never give up because you've been hurt.
I'm flying too sensitive. We'll rip you off your face. It's like your fucking mother.
I'm sorry if this is loud. We aren't promised tomorrow, but a new day is always a beautiful day. God wants the best for us all. So true. Yeah, I think it's important to never give up and to always have faith. I'll take that as a yes, Tony, and thank you as well. I forgot that she stabs him with an umbrella. Like, it's such a random scene. I have a Tim Tebow book, by the way. Interesting. Which Tim Tebow book do you have, and have you read it yet? If I remember correctly, I think the first one was Through My Eyes. There was also Unshaken, was it? I don't know if I'm forgetting one. Demi, his wife, just came out with a book, A Crown That Lasts. I haven't read that one yet. And she just wrote a children's book. Ouch, my knee almost buckled on me. I hope you feel better soon.
I probably should be. I never thought I'd be so happy to be a virgin.
I'm good. These cramps. Yeah, take care of yourself. You don't have to stay up just to be on the live stream. Thanks everyone who is here tonight. How fun. I found my Tim Tebow book. It's called Shaken. Yeah, I read that one. It's really good. A lot of it talks about how he felt like a lot of his difficulties were more relatable for the people he wants to impact. What's your favorite Scream movie? Scream 3. For the people he wants to impact, and that having every advantage in the world sometimes isn't relatable, and that his platform, it was important to him to have so many challenges. I'm just going to enjoy the rest of the stream, so take care, everybody. Katie, always a pleasure, a blessing to have met you. Yeah, have a great one, Tony. Same here. And he talks about, like, he uses the example of Job in the Bible, and all of the adversity he had to face. And he talks about that sometimes what makes us connect with people isn't always our wins in life, but it's the losses we have and the struggles we have that really allow for us to connect deeper with people. It's a good book. I hope you finish it and enjoy it. So that is the end of the movie. I want to say thank you so much, everyone who joined. We'll be back next week. What's your favorite Scream character? Good to see you, Fernando. Favorite Scream character, Randy. I love Randy. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Yeah, same to everyone. I hope everyone has a great night. I'll leave the chat open for the next 30 seconds if anyone wants to say their final goodbyes. You're very welcome. Thanks for having me on the stream for the first time. Yeah, thanks for being here for the first time. It was a good one. I'm not sure what we'll watch next week. Excellent stream. Thank you so much, Fernando. Good night, everyone. Sending so much love. Your pigs surprise us. I will surprise everyone. I have a good one. Good night. Thank you for being here, to all of you.